Welcome to Lakeshore RV. This is your Cyclone. I'm going to start up in the very front compartments, kind of walk you through your unit. Very front compartment on the left side is going to be your 12-volt battery as well as your hydraulic fluid. Just keep an eye on that for levels. Here's this top compartment. We'll go all the way into your pass-through. You got side door access as well. Underneath that compartment is going to be your generator. Your generator here on the left side. To bring power to the unit, you're gonna flip those two breakers on. Just remember, if say you're running AC and something it turns off on blue, come out here and check these breakers. Sometimes they'll trip. So the prime, you're gonna push and hold for 3 seconds until you hear the fuel, and then you're gonna push and hold start for 3 seconds. You know, repeat process. Just remember, prime it longer if you run it out of fuel. Okay, right up to the right here, you'll be able to control all the lights on your unit from a smart device when you get the app, but it also has all the manual switches too. This on the front, and this is going to be the front LEDs on the cap. They're called docking lights. That switch will turn them on and off, but also as well as the button on the panel inside will too. This could be your main panel you'll use for your leveling system. Right now you have no power to it. When you got power to this system, this LED will be green. That will be means green, you're able to use it. So how we're going to do it, we're going to push up and down for 3 seconds. See, green light indicated. Now I have power to the panel. Now right now, because the rear jacks are up, if up or down is going to control just the front. Now when you move your truck out of the way, you'll hit auto level. At that time, it's going to remember what height it was for the hitch height. So after you're ready to load up, if you hit hitch height, it's going to go right back to that same height right before you hit auto level. Retract all after you're locked on your truck and fully hooked up, then retract all. That's going to bring your front jacks all the way up without you having to sit there and hold them. It will time out. Right to the driver's side, you got your model tag as well as your tire pressure tag. Right to the right of that, you got one 30-pound LP tank on this side. The other tank is on the passenger side. They're both full. The regulator is going to be on the passenger side also. In this pass-through compartment, you got a 50 down to a 30 amp. 30 amp down to a 15 amp. Just remember, guys, the lower you go in wattage, the less stuff that's going to run in your unit. You have your sewer hose here. The lights inside of here are manual. Right to the right, you got your input for cable as well as water. These four here are going to be your inputs for cable. Right here, you're going to insert your water hose. To fill your tank, go to tank fill. To use the water in your tank, go to dry camping. To use the water off the water hose, use the city fixtures. That's going to just use the pressure off the water hose. You won't have to worry about running a water pump. Right underneath it, when you're winterizing your unit, point the arrow down and it will suction out of the 5-gallon bucket. Right beneath that, it's going to be your outdoor shower. Right to the right, you're going to have a 120 set outlet. Just remember, your outlets aren't going to work unless you're plugged in. Right above it is just a normal light. You got a little button, dead center. Bottom left side, you got satellite input. To the right is a black tank flush. So your black tank flush, just remember when you're using it, have your valves open and you're connected to the ground before you even put a water hose to it. And then right here are going to be your 2 poles for your master bathroom. The blue hose there down by the connection for your pipe is going to be a freshwater drain. Here is your water heater. Drain is underneath it. You got your exhaust. Just remember, when you fire up your furnace, anything in front of this exhaust is going to end up burning. So double check the outside of your unit before starting up your furnace. Here is the main kitchen, the kitchen sink, as well as your bathroom and the rear sewer hookup. There is a second black tank flush system for that rear bathroom. Those poles are located inside this door. Then right to the right we got 2 spots of fill-in fuel. The front one's going to run your generator. The rear one's going to run your accessory tank. You got an accessory nozzle inside this cabinet here. That's going to be able to fill ATVs whenever you need to. 50 amp hookup. It's going to be right in the driver rear corner. On the back of your unit, it does fold down into a porch as well as a ramp. You have a back awning, back LEDs. Coming to the passenger rear, you have a small awning there, where that's also controlled in the garage next to the awning for the very rear. The big awning on this side is going to be controlled by the panel in the living room. Here is your outdoor kitchen. Just remember, guys, when you're moving this slide, make sure your steps are up. You control this side by the garage, this slide. So don't put your steps down and then go into the garage and move your slide out, because it's going to end up smashing the feet on your stairs. So leave your feet up until you get the slide out or in, and then place your feet down. Outdoor kitchen mini fridge. Just remember, guys, this is not going to be working if you're not plugged in. Right below it's going to be outdoor grill. Your LP access line is going to be right over here, right in front of that jack. Your outdoor speakers are controlled from the garage radio. I'll show you how to do that. On this side of the passenger, on the passenger side, you're going to have your hot water heater, bypass valve, and then right to the right you got your battery disconnect. Here is the other LP tank, 30 pound. Your regulator is in the front here. Pointed to the front, you're going to be using this tank right here. Point it over to the rear, you're going to be using the driver's side tank. You'll have to manually change it. Let's go ahead and go inside your unit. We'll start from the garage as you would opening your unit. Here in the garage, if you look straight up when you walk in, any switches not labeled are lights. Here, the awning control here is the one right to the right outside the door. The one on the left side is going to control the awning on the back for the garage. To the right, you got your bed lift control. Now your bed lift control goes, the couch is held up by 4 pins. To bring that bed down, let's see if I, there's 4 pins, just like that, one at each corner to bring the bed down. You'll pull them when you have the couch up there, and because that couch is going to guide down that bed, and then it's going to stop about halfway and the couch will keep going. Don't try to pull the pins while the couch is down, because that bed is going to free fall. You got your 50 amp power cord there. So the slide out control here, that's going to control that one I was talking about with the steps. Before you close up those slides, make sure those steps are up. You can control it from right here or the app. Just make sure those steps don't come down until the slide's out. Radio here, you got your zone A and a zone B. Zone B is going to control the outside. Zone A is going to control the garage radio. And then you'll be able to do everything, Bluetooth, whatever you need to do. The garage bathroom here, pretty self-explanatory. Switch. Don't really need to get into the bathroom. You are prepped for a washer and dryer here, as well as you're going to have 3 AC unit heads located through your unit. You're going to have one here, one next to the living room panel, as well as one in the master bedroom. They're all going to operate the same. You push the mode button. Right now it's off. Then you can go to fan, cool, or furnace, or off. Up and down is going to control the temp. Pretty self-explanatory. So we're walking into the kitchen. So the kitchen here on the fridge. The fridge works as when you're plugged in on shore power, it's going to use that. When you're not, it's going to use the propane. If you don't want to use your propane up while you're driving, just push and hold the off button. Right now I have it on auto and it's running off shore power. The drop means it's running off of LP. Okay, now in your kitchen, all the lights in between are tap lights. So they got a little button in the center. The two on switches here control the lights in the kitchen, the LEDs and the top lights. If you want to know if you have enough power to run an AC or at least 30 amps, or if you're even hooked up to shore power, just look at your microwave. If the microwave's not on, you are not hooked to shore power. Double check your connection outside and check your breakers. Right here on your stovetop, pretty self-explanatory. Go over to the little flame on the dial here, push and hold your igniter. Keys are on your sink. Your pantry, the light switch for your pantry is going to be right to the left here. Each slide has its own light control switches. Fireplace, guys, remember, if you're not hooked up to shore power, that's not going to work. So you got to be hooked up to shore power for your fireplace to even work. Sound bar here, it is Bluetooth, as well as it is connected to the TV, but that's all this controls. Right to the right here, we have all the manual switches. Remember, so there's manual switches for everything, just in case an app fail or something. Again, black ones, no, these are lights. The wind guard's gonna be for your TV. You can get Wi-Fi into it, and then you can turn it on. That's all prepped for it. The Yeti pack, if you're going to be somewhere where it's going to get cold overnight, pretty close to freezing, go ahead and turn that on. It's going to warm up everything. You can keep it warm at a certain temp. Slide out for your bedroom, you can control it by this panel. Remember, the living room slide out is controlled in the garage. So the slide out is going to be for your bed. The awning control is going to be for the big awning. With the light is in the rod of the awning. So right now, this will also tell you how much amperage you're pulling in. This panel here. Right now, we're pulling in 50 amps. So we got enough to run everything in your unit. Yeah, we'll tell you when you're running 30. It'll keep you informed. Right above it's going to be the digital side. The one command. So the sticker here, scan it with your phone and you'll be able to get the app. But this has everything you need to control your whole camper. You can control your leveling, control the lights. Just remember the slide out lights. Those of you will have to turn off manually. Other than that, kind of play with the one control and kind of you go to devices and it'll take you to a home screen to what generator, leveling, check levels. Same thing as the app does. So right to the right is going to be another AC head that's going to control in the living room kitchen area. Bathroom is going to be pretty self-explanatory, guys. You got a GFI breaker right to the left. If something were able to pop, just go check your breakers and your fuses and your GFI breaker also. Okay, on your bed here, you got two individual reading lights, as well as you have that LED light switch for underneath your bed right there. The little switch underneath it controls the angle of the bed. Inside your closet, you got charging stations on both sides, as well as little lights. These are manual lights, guys. They are sliding doors. Do recommend traveling with those doors open and locked. that's going to complete our video. Thank you guys for choosing Lakeshore. We'll see you when you come get your unit.